Hi there, and welcome to Paws Gaming. This is Phoenix, and today we're going to talk about how to set up a soul terminal for breeding. So let's not mess around, let's just get straight to it. We're here at my base on Ragnarok on the Limitless Gaming Ark Cluster, formerly known as the Collective. So we're going to work with some otters here that I've got all set up. We've got the male there in the middle, and we've got females all around. So the way that this works, guys, is the male breeding bubble is a bubble, so it's three-dimensional. So we could technically put a row of otters above the male and below the male and all the way around the male in a little bubble, and he'd be able to reach all of them. Right now, this is all of the otters that we have that are worth breeding. We have one other one lower level that we grabbed just because she had some really cool colors. We're not going to worry about her right now. Right now, we just want to consolidate stats. So what we're going to do is we've got a soul terminal set up here. So what we're going to do is press and hold on E to bring up the radio menu. We're going to go under Options. And we're going to click this Newborn Auto Trap first. And in it, we want to enable the auto trap. And what that does is it picks up any babies that are born within the terminal's range. You can click this visible button right here if you want to see what the range is to make sure you're within it, or to make sure which dinos, if you're breeding multiple lines at a time, which dinos this particular terminal is going to reach, so that you know where your babies are going to wind up. You can alter the range here with the slider scale. 15 is max. Turn mating on and off, and abort gestations if you forgot to turn the mating off, and this round of breeding isn't going to do you any good. Alright, so that's one part of setting the terminal up to be able to breed with and automate. The second step is to go back under Options, go into Automation. And here we want to turn some of this stuff on. As you see here, there's lots of things that you can do. Today we're just talking about how to use it for breeding. So we're going to turn on this fertilized egg collection. So now, again, within that same range, any fertilized eggs that are dropped, the terminal will pick up for you. And we're also going to turn on this fertilized egg incubation. So once it picks up the eggs for us, it is going to incubate them so that they are ready for us to throw out. Now, it incubates eggs really rapidly. So that's really nice. The rest of this stuff for the purpose of breeding is not important. The two that you care about is the fertilized egg collection and incubation. So make sure both of those are checked. Just exit out of that. It auto saves your changes, so you don't have to worry about a save button or any of that. So now this terminal is set up to collect any live birth dinos within its range, to also pick up any fertilized eggs that are dropped within its range, and to incubate those eggs. So once those eggs are incubated, you just take them out of the terminal, throw them out anywhere on the ground. You don't even have to leave the terminal if you want to. You can come in here and just hover over them in the inventory over here and click O for drop. It won't give you a drop all option, but you can click O for drop and just throw them straight out of the terminal. As they hatch, the terminal will grab up the babies and put them back in here in soul pods. So the other thing that you have to do to get this ready is you have to give it soul pods that it can use to grab those babies with. If there are no soul pods here, it cannot grab the babies. So very, very, very important. Make sure that you always have soul pods in any of your newborn terminals. Now, any that you have turned on to collect babies will automatically pop up and say newborn trap active. If you want to separate them, like these guys are going to be on their own terminal for me, so I'm going to go into Options and Dynamic Text, and we are going to change this to otters. Pick the color you want, and there you go. Now it's otters, newborn trap. And they're all over here just chilling out. You notice I don't have any of their mating turned on. So I want to show you, instead of having to go otter by otter by otter, or dino by dino by dino to turn on the mating, we can go right back in here to this newborn auto trap option again, and we can click mating on. Now, the trick with this, if you're going to use it this way, any dino within range of the terminal will be turned on. So if the terminal has a couple of different species within its range, then that means that you're now turning all of those dinos on to breed. So just be mindful of that. Click mating on. See the message you get up top there? And if you come over here and look, all of our otters are now mating, and we are going to have some baby otters very soon. Alright, there we go, and they're all gestating. It is a 9-minute gestation. I am not going to make you wait around that long to see it work. So what I'll do is I will go off camera for about 9 minutes, and I'll come back just as the babies are being born so that you can see what I mean about that the trap will grab them straight up. You see there the little colored lights that are coming up around the dinos? That is the baby otters being born and grabbed up by the soul terminal. So they've all been grabbed now, so we just walk over here, and now we have all these darling baby otters ready to go. Now they will not grow inside the terminal here, you do have to throw them out, so in which case you would need your nanny. We'll do a video on that process soon, because this is going to be the first in a series of our breeding masterclass. So this layout, guys, will work for these soul terminals with a small breeding ordeal like this with the otters, or you can do something more complex like what I have here with the rock drakes. As you see, they're just kind of jam-packed in there on 2 levels, and I still control all of their turning, mating on and off right here with this soul terminal. The range on it set to maximum. As you can see, is plenty big enough that it encompasses the entire barn and then some. I'm sorry, I don't have my jetpack on at the moment. There you are. And that's it. The basics for how to use the Soul Trap terminal to make breeding simplified. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Stay tuned for the next video in our breeding masterclass. And until then, laters.